Así es, Lexi. El año pasado, en este lugar histórico, el Hammerstein Ballroom, tuve la fortuna de ser campeón de televisión del Ring of Honor. Y esta noche seguiré peleando duro para seguir haciendo historia y convertirme en el primer Pure Champion mexicano. Y esto será dedicado para toda esa gente que cree en mí.
Así es. You know, many people out there consider Komander one of the most prolific high flyers in all of Lucha Libre. And yes, that's true. But he also happens to be one of the most technically gifted as well. And tonight, Lee Moriarty, you're gonna find out that Komander was purely meant to be a champion.
Last year, I defeated Nigel, and since then, momentum has only picked up. I have become the longest reigning Ring of Honor Men's Pure Champion of all time. I have broken records, defended internationally, and overcame legends. Komander, you earned this opportunity. But I'm going to teach you that there is a difference between proving grounds and championship stakes. The flames are hotter, the pressure is higher, and you're in there with the best pure wrestler on the planet. So I'm going to walk out the Hammerstein Ballroom just like I did last year. Still, Ring of Honor Men's Pure Champion.
Great wrestler here, probably the greatest pure wrestler ever. Coming off an amazing Iron Man match at Final Battle. Code of Honor is adhered to. All pure matches must start and end with the Code of Honor. In pure bouts, especially pure title bouts, you get 3 rope breaks. Once those are exhausted, you could be pinned underneath, between, on top of the ropes, and even using the ropes, which we've seen before. 20 count on the outside. Title does change hands on a count out or disqualification. The disqualification can be had if an athlete uses 2 closed fists. If we go the 60-minute time limit here tonight, we go to the judges, who are former ROH World Champion Jerry Lynn, former ROH World Tag Team Champion Chris Hero, and Hall of Fame legend Dean Malenko.
Great judges here on display. Am I reading into it that Moriarty's out here by himself? Shane Taylor's not out here.
Oh, well, that's an interesting. I mean, we saw that ascension at the Final Battle media scrum, but I think, you know, Alex Abrahante's not here either. Oh, great counter there.
Right, good call, good call. And, you know, sometimes you have some dissension. Dissension doesn't mean breaking up. I just noticed, you know, the last time that Moriarty was out here and Shane Taylor, he went against what Shane Taylor wanted. So now he's on his own tonight. Let's see what happens.
Komander with side headlock, and Lee, you know, typically in pure title defense, pure title defenses, looking for the arm bar there. In pure title defenses, I think that's a blatant play by Moriarty. They don't want to risk one. It's the only title in Ring of Honor that can be changed on disqualification, and look at this, Porter City right away.
Absolutely right, Riccaboni. Porter City, that's early, man. Moriarty able to get that in early, even though he knew that wasn't going to give him the win.
That is rope break number 1 used by Komander.
90 seconds in, forcing Komander to burn his first rope break. And we've seen Moriarty be intentional about locking something in close to the ropes.
Yeah, but getting that Border City stretch in that early says a lot, and I think Moriarty's going to keep going back to it. If the move he's known for, if he's able to latch it in that early, that's got to be scary for Komander.
Well, we've seen luchadors wrestle quite well against Moriarty. We've seen a great effort from Shelwa, from Blue Panther. So Moriarty, you know, he's not lying when he said, oh, the global scope of this title reign.
Right. Last time I saw Moriarty beat in Ring of Honor was a luchador.
That's right, down at Global Wars Mexico. Blue Panther earning his shot at the Pure Championship there. Wrist lock. But Moriarty wanted to bounce right back, though, coming back when the title was on the line to defend it, and he has been undefeated in Pure Championship bouts.
He said that in his interview, man. He was like, it's a different lineup when the title's on the line. It's a different mindset.
Whoa! Whoa, wait. And Komander and Moriarty. Wow. Oh, look at the sure-footedness of Moriarty, the strength it takes in those quads to sink down like that.
The cat work from Komander was caught by the sure foot of the Pure Champion.
And trying to get out of the wrist lock is Komander. Using, oh, and I'm impressed by Moriarty, who's got a counter to the counter for all of these lucha counters. Nice drop down. Oh, and gator roll. Yep. Oh, stepping over And Moriarty picking the leg there. And what? Moriarty.
Nice. Look at that. Wow. My goodness, that was a paintbrush and a canvas right there. That was beautiful.
And locking this in, hand to bicep grip, nice and tight. Komander, defense and offense, too. Almost gets a quick 3 there, and I think if Komander is going to walk out champion, I think that's going to be how he needs to do it, Caprice, those quick pins.
Those quick pins catching Moriarty in a situation where he's forced to let go or lose the match. Great game plan by Komander. Great wrestling here.
And this just feels right, the ROH chance here in a building that has been so important to Ring of Honor, the host of many final battles, many classic brawls, where the Briscoes, Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness, Samoa Joe, shed their blood, and now tonight, where 2 technical masters are doing it out in the ring. And wow!
Nice! That was very smart by Moriarty. Moriarty dropped that distance right before Komander could switch his feet over for a head scissor or any other type of takedown. Moriarty cut that off, went straight down to that drop. This is great wrestling, man.
And it has taken the wind out of Komander. Without Komander's wind, that reduces the balance, that reduces the agility. You need the oxygen to fuel those muscles. Ooh.
Right when you said it, man, went right to the oxygen tank, then Lee Moriarty.
Wow.
Back to it.
Yeah. And all of those springboards, those balancing acts, those are high cardio, high oxygen moves. Oh, goodness.
Need to be able to breathe to do so. Komander even tried to get a roll up there. It didn't work. It's too weak right now.
Number 2. And this is, what a year it's been for Ring of Honor, Caprice. I mean, we've gone all across the world, Australia, Japan, Mexico, titles defended globally. Moriarty's been at the forefront on the men's side. Deonna Purrazzo on the women's side as the inaugural champion. But this is a hallmark of what Ring of Honor is all about.
Absolutely. You saying what a year we've had. You're absolutely right. And what a year inside of that year Lee Moriarty had. And you said the same thing, Rick.
Bridge 2.
Because every place that you named, Moriarty was there defending his title as well.
And just riding Komander. Normally in amateur wrestling, Caprice, the seated position is a good way to start to get out of things, but it's where Moriarty goes to work.
It's the pretzel right here, bringing in that rib. Yep, now this stretch here. Wow.
And Komander in big trouble. Oh, the claw on the obliques. Just cinching in.
Digging. Yeah, cinching in on those ribs, man, clawing those ribs. The ribs are the easiest bone to break in the body.
Oh, crucifix gets 2 7/8. Komander instinctively retreating to the ropes. Oh, and Moriarty's just having fun now.
Yeah. He's working, slowing that pace down. He's in control. No need to rush into anything. Great pure wrestler, great pure champion. Moriarty cinching in that.
You go. That octopus.
Domino stretch way in there. That's deep, man. And putting that pressure on the ribs again with that elbow. Sinking down deeper, making the deeper you get, the tighter it gets.
And you can even see it with the abs. Every breath that Komander takes is shallower and shallower.
Yep. And you're a smart man, Rick Abani.
Oh, I learned it from you.
Learned from watching you, man.
And the hip toss. And Komander has learned that from the Lucha Legends that he has come up with in Mexico.
Nice. Komander fighting with a lot of heart, man. Walking into trouble while hurting. Uh-oh, this clasp is dangerous.
Yes, indeed. Look at the balance. Komander.
Good gracious, that's pretty.
Wow. Hurricane out of the roll. Moriarty. Wait a minute.
Moriarty's holding on.
STF locked in. STF for Moriarty.
Komander could tap where he could grab the ropes. He's close enough to grab the ropes. He has 2 more rope breaks.
Well, a great shot here showing just how close Komander is as Moriarty shots it.
That is rope break number 2 used by Komander.
And Moriarty staying on Komander with that intensity even after the rope breaks. You get 5 seconds. Brandon Martinez trying to separate.
Gonna give him his 5 seconds. My God, he's laying that pressure on Rick Abani.
And the fans here at the Hammerstein for Boxing Day Brawl. Loving this technical clash. It is, if we're scoring it on points though, Moriarty, if this goes to the judges, it's been all Moriarty so far.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, man, the pure wrestling is the foundation of Ring of Honor. Like, this is Ring of Honor. This is what Ring of Honor was founded on, just great wrestling. That's exactly what we're seeing. We might not like the attitude that Moriarty is displaying right now, but he's fighting pure, and he's winning. He's just being aggressive. Nothing wrong with that.
No, into the corner. Maybe a little too aggressive, looking for that clothesline. It's Komander. The Irish whip reversed by Moriarty off the ropes. Komander takes the knee out.
He gave Komander momentum. That was a mistake.
Oh, and the axe breaks up the clothesline. Whoa, swing and a miss through a DDT. Whoa. DDT plants Moriarty.
Planet. He spiked Moriarty with that one.
Two-leg hook. Wow. Gets 2.5 there.
So Moriarty looked like a straight arrow going into that mat.
But I'll tell you why Moriarty's so smart though, Caprice, and you know this and I know this, but for the fans at home, the damage done to the ribs, to the oxygen tank of Komander. Normally Commander's back on his feet. Normally Commander's to the next move. He's taking these big, deep breaths.
Yeah, he's having to recover and it's taking time. You're absolutely right, Riccoboni. Trying to capitalize on what he's done, closing that gap on the Pure Champion. Going for the suplex, but it's blocked, man. Not enough strength in there to suplex the champion. You might be right, Riccoboni. And went right back to the ribs, the Pure Champion.
Moriarty has been issued a warning for the use of a closed fist strike to the face.
Oh, and Moriarty's disputing that call. I think it just went maybe a little under the jaw toward the chest, but it's a tough call. I don't envy Brandon Martinez.
Yeah, I'm not going to go against the ref, man.
Oh, big back elbow.
I don't have a good view like that. This is dangerous.
Whoa. And Komander up the ladder there.
Nobody but Komander can land on his feet.
Oh, Komander to the top. The former TV champ looking to add the Pure title to his trophy case. The spin, the crossbody. But he gave up the ribs. He gave up that midsection to do it, Caprice.
I'm still getting over the fact that he walked down the ropes and did a 360 before he did the press. I'm impressed. That was impressive.
Well, this is the holiday season. Caprice magic is in the air. It is a title change in the air here tonight. Can Komander make history and end the historic reign of Lee Moriarty?
Komander, try for that poison Rana, didn't catch it.
Oh, looking for the half and half instead. Front, bang, oh, bang! Fang catches Komander.
Close to the ropes again.
Oh, Brandon Martinez, 1, 2.
That's third, that's third.
That is the third and final rope break for Komander.
I'm surprised Martinez didn't count it before that count is when he gave Komander more than enough chances to correct that. Komander's in a lot of trouble right now. He's 3-0.
Well, this is the danger zone here. Moriarty, who won the title by beating Wheeler Yuta in the ropes.
Yeah.
The front straight jacket. Oh, goodness, into Fang. Border City locked in.
Dropped him right on his ribs as well. This is over.
And that's Komander tried so hard.
It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter, Riccoboni. He's out of rope taps. He can get there, but it doesn't matter.
Unless he can get some leverage, unless he can...
What?
Wait a minute, he pulled Moriarty! He pulled down! Whoa! And he pulled Moriarty!
Moriarty let go. That was a mistake on Moriarty's side. Moriarty did not have to let go.
Rare mental mistake. Great strategy by Komander. Into the... Oh, no one home. And Komander with an opportunity. A new lease on life in this bout here. With a rare mistake from Moriarty. Catches the Spanish fly. Cover. Down. No. 2 count only.
Spanish fly out of nowhere. Moriarty in trouble. Rare mistake may have cost him the title. Riccoboni, he's not been able to recover from that.
And that thrust kick downstairs. Moriarty has to retreat to the outside.
Yeah, he's retreating instinctively. He's retreating, trying to get as far away from the ropes, as far away from the ring as possible. But he's still in harm's way as long as Komander's on his feet, Riccoboni. Trust me, I know.
Komander, wow! Stalling salute moonsault.
My goodness, Komander, he can do anything. Let's see if he can win the Pure title.
He gave up those ribs, Caprice. It was his best shot. He connected, but at what cost? You see Komander holding on to those ribs, but the adrenaline pumping now, and he smells the Pure title.
That right there, Riccoboni, is the very definition of high-risk maneuver. And let's see if this risk pays off for Komander.
There's that clothesline. Komander, poison Rana.
Second time's the charm, he landed it.
Leg hook to Komander. the arm, catches the arm, trap pin, 1, 2, and no. It's Moriarty who's reeling now. Komander again, the damage to the ribs, normally a little faster. Cross arm breaker, doing anything he can to capture this title for Moriarty, sensing the opportunity.
Moriarty has three rope breaks left. First one used here.
That is rope break number 1 used by Lee Moriarty.
And how many times have we seen Moriarty even use the ropes ever, right? And it's Komander. Oh! Beautiful running thrust kick. May have turned out the lights for Moriarty. And Moriarty's in position. Caprice. Komander with a chance here. Looking for La Cielito Lindo.
Riccaboni, if he hits this, we got a new champion coming.
Up top. Komander. La Cielito Lindo. No. Double boots. Oh, Moriarty catches the leg.
Wow.
Oh, look at this. Gory special in the ropes. In the ropes. Oh, that's it. Wow.
The winner of this match by submission and still Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion, Tiger Style, Lee Moriarty.
Tell you what, man, Lee Moriarty is not only the Pure champion, he may be the most intelligent wrestler I've ever seen.